Let's get salty!
Hey everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new video, and I thought it would be an interesting topic to go over today. Make a top 10 list going through the core set that was introduced not that long ago. We all got it for free, we all get to play with it, and well, we've had a good opportunity to see what are the best cards from it. Has it been like a big success in terms of its power level? And there have been a lot of really powerful cards from the core set that have seen a ton of play in both standard and wild, so I thought I'd rank them from 1 to 10, would have been the best core set cards so far. Before we get into that, let's take a minute to take a word from our sponsor today. Are you sick of having to shell countless dollars on your favorite card game to keep up? Well, Fatal Core is here sponsoring the video today, and well, their game is an amazing free-to-play model, which is actually free to play, unlike a lot of competitors. Everything is through crowdfunding. It's through crowdfunding through the community. If their goals are achieved, then everybody gets to take part. You don't have to purchase anything, and if you didn't participate in the crowdfunding and the goals are met, you still get to participate, which is an amazing feature. The game itself is a really fantastic, fast-paced card game. You're 1v1 against your opponent with open hands. As you can see, both players can see each other's hands outside of a couple cards they can hide, which creates this really cool sense of counterplay and strategy. Each hero starts with 80 health, and if you get your opponent down to 0, or you have more health than your opponent by the time 12 turns have played, you win the game. Deck building is also really cool in the game, with decks being based on weighted rarity system, where S, you can only put so many cards in, like the more common cards, C cards, you can put quite a few in, so you can't just shove in the most powerful cards in the game and make a powerful deck. You have to kind of balance things out, which creates a really interesting deck building strategy. There's over 200 cards in Fatal Core, with new releases taking place every 2 months. There's actually commonly buff underplayed cards to make the experience in the meta shape up and change constantly, which just leads to a much more enjoyable experience. And because it's free to play, you don't have to worry about keeping up with all the different changes. Fatal Core would love for you to try out the game through their beta. The link is in the description below, as well as on the screen, and join the Discord where you can participate and talk about the game, find deck lists, all that kind of cool stuff, as well as if you could sign up on the Steam wish list. It's free, as you can see here. I will help them out a ton, and if you sign up, try out the beta, by the end of today you will receive this card here for free, a foil version of this for free, just for trying it out. So thank you very much for Fatal Core for sponsoring the video. Now let's get back to the content. So what have been the best performing core set cards so far, or at least the ones that I think are the best? If you look through like the neutral category, like the commons and rares, they're awful. They're actually pretty awful, but the neutral legendaries and the class cards are where things really stand out. So let's take a look at that. Starting at number 10, we have Drain Soul, the warlock removal spell, 2 damage or 2 mana, and it deals 3 damage to a minion with lifesteal. And originally this did 2 damage back in the day, but they buffed it out of the core set, and it's been a great addition to like Control Warlock in particular. There's like the whole delete your own deck Warlock. They run that as well, but that deck is not so great. But Drain Soul's just been a really welcome addition to Warlock. They really needed that healing, and it just does a really good job, and it has definitely been a great addition to the core set. At number 9, we have Thrive in the Shadows, the Shadow Visions type card for Priest. Basically Shadow Visions, except it doesn't create a copy, it just draws the spell, and it's just been basically good in every Priest deck in Standard and Wild, because, well, why wouldn't you want another copy of Visions, basically, in your Reno Priest deck? And it, you know, selectively draws a card, it tutors for a spell, gets you like that Apotheosis in a pinch, a Soul Mirror in the pinch, whatever. Just super good card, gives Priests that draw that they very badly need. They have very little, and again, a selective tutor draw is just a really powerful effect. At number 8, we have Tracking at Hunter, and this got changed. It no longer destroys or discards any cards, it just draws a card. It draws a card from your deck from a discover pool, and that's just been really good. Face Hunter can use it, a Value Hunter can use it, everybody can use this card. It's just been a staple in pretty much every Hunter deck I've seen in Standard since, and I just think it's just been a really good change. I like the change a lot to Tracking. It's performed very well. At number 7, we have the Paladin Secret Avenge. I mean, Avenge was broken when it came out in Naxxramas. It was really good, and well, it's still just the best secret probably in Paladin history. It gives +3, +2 to whatever is on the board after something has died. You can cheat it out with your weapon. It's just incredibly powerful, and outside of maybe Oh My Yogg, it's one of the more difficult secrets to deal with, and it's just really solid. And as long as that secret package will be run in Paladin, Avenge will be a part of it. It's just a really incredibly powerful card, has stood the test of time, and yeah, definitely a very good core set card. At number 6, we have Malygos, the new Malygos, that one that basically fills your hand with spells until it's full. You draw a bunch of spells and I thought this would be good in like a burn archetype type of deck, but no, it's like the Cthulhu style deck. Like Priest has run it to draw their Cthulhu spells and all that other stuff. We've seen it in Druid with like the Celestial Alignment stuff, just being able to like auctioneer and play your Malagos, get a bunch of spells in hand, can be very powerful effect. This card isn't as meta defining as some of these other legendaries, but it's very good. It's a lot better than I thought, and has definitely been a cool addition. I miss the old Malagos, I really do, but this new Malagos, it's not too bad either. Number 5, we have Talon Forging. The 5-mana 3/3 neutral legendary is Divine Shield, Taunt, and Death Rattle. Draw the highest cost minion from your deck. It's been a staple in Standard and Wild. In Wild, you see it in like Reno Priest because, well, you get Reno or you get Raza. It's pretty good, right? Well, you don't really mind drawing either of those. And in Standard, and like Control Warlock, especially getting Yashraj, very powerful. And basically, the more powerful high cost minions that are made, this card is only going to get better and better as you tutor it. You have that tutor effect, plus the minion itself. It's a 3/3 Divine Shield Taunt. It's not terrible. It's annoying. It can save you in a pinch. It's just a really good card, and is definitely going to be a staple in a lot of decks going forward. Number 4, we have the Demon Hunter card, Illidari Inquisitor. You're going to get to know this card very well since the nerfs have come out. This card is just ridiculous in Demon Hunter. It's an 8-mana 8/8 demon with Rush, and then it will attack again based on what your hero is attacked. So effectively, it's King Crush with Rush, or King Crush with Wind Fury, whatever you want to call it. Orange calls it Green Rag. I don't like that. I like the King Crush comparison, and it's a rare. King Crush is a legendary 9 mana. This card is absurd, something that could eventually get nerfed, but it's just so ridiculously strong in Demon Hunter. And when I've drafted this in Arena, it literally feels like I'm cheating. This card is so ridiculous, so strong in Demon Hunter. It's just bonkers. So what a crazy card. At number 3, we have Alexstrasza, the new Alexstrasza that either heals 8 health to a friendly character or deals 8 damage to an enemy. And we've seen OTK decks built with this, like Tenwu in Rogue and all sorts of shenanigans, but it's just a solid card. I've seen it in like Control Warlocks just to have healing, have some burn to finish their opponent off. It's just really good and run in multiple decks. It's just solid. It's better than I thought it would be, and it's also better than King Crush for the most part. King Crush just got power crept a lot by the core set, which he's a part of, but hey, Alexstrasza, a fantastic dragon and really good option off Draconic Studies as well. Just super good. And at number 2, I'm gonna go with yet another dragon legendary. They're all pretty good outside of like Nazdarmu and Onyxia, which again isn't terrible or anything, but Ysera, the new Ysera is just a ridiculous value bomb in like any slower type of control deck. Adding all of those dream cards to your hand, you get 5 cards. That's super solid. Just take a look. I know some of them got nerfed, like Awakens can't go face anymore and it's 3 mana. Dream is 1 mana and it can't do friendly minions, and Nightmares only is +4/+4. But Laughing Sister was buffed to 2 mana and Emerald Drake is still the same. And just to get all of those dream cards at once is just such a powerful effect, especially in Arena. This card is broken in Arena. Wild, not so much. You don't really see the new Sarah, but in Standard, this card will fit into a lot more decks going forward. I think people underrate how strong this card is. It's just really solid, and it's seen the place in Priest so far, and just a really good card across the board. Before we get to our number 1, I have a few honorable mentions. Flame Strike, the new buffed Flame Strike for Mage, deals 5 damage instead of 4. Staple and mostly Lunacy Mage for the fact that it becomes Nagrin Slam or Survival of the Fittest, but overall it's just been really good. I mean, it clears most boards. 5 damage is a lot. It's pretty significant. Even if it doesn't become a Nagrin Slam, that card has felt pretty effective and pretty good. In Hunter, we have Quick Shot is not an honorable mention, just good in like a burn deck or just, you know, it's removal. Quick Shot was always just good reach. 2 mana, deal 3, sometimes draw a card. Good card in Hunter, but not an absolute standout. Also, the Demon Hunter Warglaze Vaznoth, it was nerfed and then put back to 5 mana, lost to durability, and yes, this card is really good again, especially in the aggro and mid-range Demon Hunter decks. And it's like, why did they put it back to 5? I don't know, but it's really good. It's really good. We all knew it was good at 5. 1 less durability makes it slightly worse, but definitely a meta player in Demon Hunter. And now our number 1 best core set card so far has got to be the hero card, Lord Jaraxxus, the buffed card. No longer setting yourself to 15, instead you gain 5 armor, and well, Jaraxxus has just He beats every late game win condition outside of maybe Rattlegore. Rattlegore might be able to compete a little bit, but outside of that, Jiraxis getting 6/6s every turn, gaining armor now instead of losing health. It's just the ultimate value card in Hearthstone right now in Standard. There are no other hero cards. There is nothing like this, and it puts Control Warlock at like the upper echelon of control decks. It just turns out control decks aren't that great yet, but definitely playable, especially with his buddy Ticketus. And Jiraxis has returned in just all sorts of glory, and it makes me very happy because I love Lord Jiraxis, one of my favorite cards of all time. So let me know in the comments below which ones you agree with, disagree with, what have been your favorite core set cards so far, and maybe we'll go over the worst core set cards as well. We might take a look at that in the near future. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.